Welcome, dear viewers, to a world of imagination, a world where the red planet Mars is no longer a desolate wasteland, but teems with life as we know it, and some we're yet to imagine. Picture a Mars where the barren landscapes have given way to lush greenery, where the air is filled with the sounds of alien creatures and the skies are painted with hues of a new dawn. Now, Mars as it is presents a rather inhospitable environment. It's dry, dusty, and the atmosphere is thin, to put it mildly. The surface is bombarded with radiation and temperatures can plummet to extremes that make it seem impossible for life to thrive. But for the sake of our little thought experiment, let's imagine a Mars with a breathable atmosphere and liquid water flowing freely on its surface. Imagine the transformation of this harsh environment into a cradle of life, where the elements come together in perfect harmony to support a thriving ecosystem. Imagine rivers carving their way through the rusty red soil and oceans teeming with alien life. Picture the vibrant colors of Martian coral reefs, the gentle sway of alien seaweed, and the darting movements of fish-like creatures in the crystal-clear waters. This is our starting point, a Mars ripe for life to take hold and evolve in fascinating and unexpected ways. Envision the myriad forms of life that could emerge, each uniquely adapted to the Martian environment, each telling a story of survival and evolution. Now you might be thinking, David, life on Mars? Isn't that a bit far-fetched? But consider this. Life on Earth has shown an incredible ability to adapt to the most extreme conditions, from the depths of the ocean to the frozen tundras. And to that I say, where's your sense of adventure? The universe is vast and full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. To limit our imagination to just our little blue planet seems a bit, well, boring, wouldn't you say? Let's open our minds to the possibilities that lie beyond our world. The universe is a vast and mysterious place, and to limit life to just our little blue planet seems a bit, well, boring, wouldn't you say? Imagine the diversity of life forms that could exist on Mars, each with its own unique adaptations and survival strategies. So let's embark on this journey together, exploring the possibilities of life on Mars, a planet ripe with potential and full of surprises. We'll venture into the unknown, guided by curiosity and a sense of wonder to uncover the secrets of this alien world. We'll delve into how animals, from the smallest insects to the largest marine creatures, might adapt to the unique challenges and opportunities presented by this alien world. Imagine creatures with bioluminescent skin to navigate the dim Martian nights, or animals with specialized lungs to breathe the thin atmosphere. We'll explore the wonders of evolution, the power of adaptation, and the sheer diversity of life that could exist beyond our own planet. Picture the evolutionary marvels that could arise, from creatures with exoskeletons to protect against radiation, to plants with deep roots to access underground water sources. So, buckle up, dear viewers, as we embark on this extraordinary expedition to a Mars teeming with life. Together, we'll journey through this vibrant world, discovering the incredible forms of life that could call Mars home and marveling at the resilience and creativity of nature in the face of new challenges. Let's begin our exploration with the most familiar creatures, mammals. These creatures, which have adapted so well to Earth's diverse environments, would face a whole new set of challenges and opportunities on Mars. Now, Mars's gravity is about 38% that of Earth's. This significant difference in gravitational pull would have profound effects on the physiology and behavior of any mammal that might one day call Mars home. That means our Martian mammals would be in for a bouncy surprise. The reduced gravity would allow them to leap and bound in ways that are simply impossible on Earth. Imagine, if you will, a gazelle gracefully leaping across the Martian plains, each bound carrying it 3 times higher than it could ever achieve on Earth. This newfound ability to leap great distances would not only be a sight to behold, but also a crucial adaptation for survival. Talk about taking leaping for joy to a whole new level. The joy of movement would be redefined in the Martian landscape, where every step and jump would be an exhilarating experience. But it's not all fun and games in low gravity. Bones might become thinner, muscles less developed. The reduced gravitational force would mean that the skeletal and muscular systems of these mammals would not need to work as hard to support their bodies. Over generations, Martian mammals might evolve lighter skeletons, longer limbs, and perhaps even larger lung capacities to take in the thinner Martian air. These physical changes would be essential for thriving in the unique Martian environment. Imagine a Martian wolf, its lithe body practically gliding over the terrain as it hunts its prey. The reduced gravity would allow it to cover vast distances with minimal effort, making it a formidable predator. And speaking of prey, what about those iconic Martian rodents? These small creatures would also undergo significant changes to adapt to their new home. Picture a Martian version of a field mouse, its large, sensitive ears tuned to the slightest sound in the thin atmosphere, its eyes adapted to see clearly in the dim Martian sunlight. These adaptations would be crucial for detecting predators and finding food in the harsh Martian environment. These adaptations would be crucial for survival in a world where every rustle of the wind could signal danger or opportunity. The ability to quickly respond to environmental cues would be a matter of life and death. But it's not just about physical adaptations. The behavioral changes would be just as important for survival. Martian mammals would need to develop new behaviors to cope with the challenges of their environment. These behaviors would include new ways of finding food, avoiding predators, and interacting with one another. Social structures might change, with animals forming larger groups for protection or to help find scarce resources. Cooperation and social bonds would become even more critical in the harsh Martian landscape. Communication methods might evolve, with creatures using a combination of sounds, scents, and visual displays to navigate their alien world. These new forms of communication would help them coordinate their activities and ensure their survival in the challenging Martian environment. The interactions between these Martian mammals would be fascinating to observe. They would develop unique ways of bonding, hunting, and protecting their young, all adapted to the low-gravity, thin atmosphere conditions of Mars. Ultimately, these adaptations would allow Martian mammals to not just survive, but thrive in their new environment. They would become a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of life, capable of flourishing even on a distant alien world. Now, reptiles, those cold-blooded creatures, would face a unique set of challenges on Mars. With less sunlight reaching the surface, maintaining body temperature would be paramount for their survival. We might see Martian lizards with darker pigmentation, basking in the weak sunlight to absorb as much heat as possible. Imagine a Martian iguana, its skin almost black, soaking up the sun's rays like a solar panel. Efficient, wouldn't you say? But what about those Martian nights, which can get rather chilly even with an atmosphere? Well, some reptiles might evolve thick layers of blubber for insulation, like a Martian version of a leatherback turtle. Others might develop the ability to burrow underground, escaping the cold in cozy subterranean dens. And then there's the question of water, a vital resource. Mars, even with our imagined oceans, would still be a relatively dry place compared to Earth. Reptiles, being masters of water conservation, would be well suited to this arid environment. We might see Martian snakes with specialized scales that collect condensation, providing them with a much-needed drink in the dry Martian air. But it's not all about survival. Martian reptiles would also need to thrive and flourish. Imagine a Martian chameleon, its skin flashing a dazzling array of colors, not to camouflage itself, but to attract a mate in the dim Martian light. Now that's what I call a light show. Ah, birds, those masters of the sky. Their grace and agility have always fascinated us, haven't they? From the smallest hummingbird to the largest eagle, each species has adapted perfectly to its environment. But on Mars, with its thinner atmosphere, flying would be a whole new ballgame. The air is much less dense than on Earth, making it a challenge for any creature to stay aloft. Their wings would need to be larger, their feathers lighter to generate enough lift. Imagine the engineering marvels these feathers would be, designed to catch every wisp of the thin Martian air. Imagine a Martian eagle, its wingspan twice that of its earthly counterpart, soaring effortlessly through the thin Martian air. Its wings would stretch wide, catching the faintest breezes to stay aloft. A majestic sight, wouldn't you agree? The elegance of flight, redefined by the challenges of a new world. But it's not just about size. The mechanics of flight would need to evolve as well. Martian birds might evolve unique flight muscles, capable of more rapid wing beats to compensate for the reduced air resistance. These muscles would be powerful yet efficient, allowing for sustained flight in the thin atmosphere. Their bones might be hollow like those of earthly birds, but even lighter to minimize weight. And their respiratory systems? They'd need to be incredibly efficient, extracting every last bit of oxygen from the thin Martian air. Well, they'd need to be incredibly efficient, extracting every last bit of oxygen from the thin Martian air. This would be crucial for survival, as every breath would count in the sparse atmosphere. Now, finding food in a new world wouldn't be easy. The Martian landscape is harsh and unforgiving. With limited resources, Martian birds might develop long, probing beaks to extract insects from the soil, or sharp talons to snatch fish from the Martian seas. Their hunting techniques would be as diverse as the landscape itself. And their eyesight? Well, it would need to be exceptional, spotting prey from miles away in the dim Martian light. Their vision would be adapted to the unique lighting conditions of Mars, allowing them to see clearly in the dusty, reddish haze. But it's not all about hunting and survival. Birds are also known for their songs, which play a crucial role in communication and mating. Imagine the songs of Martian birds echoing across the alien landscape. These songs would be a symphony of survival, a testament to their adaptation and resilience. Would they be high-pitched and ethereal, adapted to carry through the thin air? The thin atmosphere might allow for sounds to travel further, creating a hauntingly beautiful melody. Or would they be deep and resonant? Vibrations felt more than heard in the low gravity. The unique conditions of Mars could give rise to entirely new forms of communication. The possibilities are as endless as the Martian sky itself. As we imagine these incredible creatures, we are reminded of the boundless potential for life to adapt and thrive no matter the environment.